Hello, welcome back. So, oil change time on the Suzuki Swift Sport. Sun's out as you can see, so apologies for that. I'm having to sit this side so that you don't get blinded by the sun because it's quite low in the sky now, early evening, and I'm not complaining because I love the sun, hate the rain. Okay, so we're going to crack on and get everything done. So what do I need? What do you need for an oil change? Oil, replacement filter, sump plug, sump plug washer if you're not changing the sump plug, a couple of wrenches, and that's about it. So as you can see, new oil filter, oil. Now I believe they take on an oil change 3.9 litres of oil, so I've got a 5 litre tub, so I need to measure that out. I always buy a new sump plug and washer, just something I always do for what it costs. Why bother trying to cut corners when you're spending a lot of money on oil and all the rest of it? Some people just don't change this, and I just never understood why. I've got two sockets. We have a 14mm and a 17mm because the one that's coming, the sump plug that's coming out, is a 14mm and the one that's going in is a 17mm. Go figure. So first and foremost, we need to get the car engine started and up to temperature to warm the oil up so that when we crack off the sump plug washer into the drain container there, it's nice and thin so that we get as much out as possible. So we shall crack on getting the engine warmed up. Okay, so the car's been running now for a good few minutes. Let's see where we're at temperature wise. Slight bang in the middle, happy days. So that oil should be nice and toasty warm, ready for us to crack open the sump plug and drain the old oil. Okay, so under the car, favourite place to be in the world. Crack that off. Fairly straightforward. Now let's see how gloves on, because this is going to be not hot oil, but it's going to be nice and dirty, clean, dirty. Okay. Let's see how much I can not get on the floor. That would be nice. I'm expecting this to be rather dirty black oil. Ready, set, go. Oh. Okay. Not the best shot in the world, but hey ho. A little bit on the floor. I'll tell my missus. She'll go mad. Probably don't look too bad, to be fair. We'll also have to take off the oil filter. Once that, I'm going to let that sit and drain for a bit, so that we allow as much to escape as possible. Back in a minute. So I've got the old sump plug out, and actually what I'm going to do is reuse the old plug, but replace the washer from the new one. As you can see, there's a bit of a difference. The thread, etc., looks the same, but this one's a lot shorter than this. So, do you know what? I'm just going to reuse the old one. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you've got a new sump plug washer, which is absolutely fine. Then that's what I'm going to do. I'm just not so keen on that one. So, done deal. Okay, so we're just a few drips away there from being finished. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to replace the sump plug with new washer, as I said. I'll give this a clean off in a bit. So that I normally do these two. 20 Newton meters. I haven't actually looked to see the correct one, but usually get to 20 Newton meters. Doesn't take much, does it? I will recheck that because it might be 2025. So the other thing I need to do is remove the oil filter. Now normally I do that with one of these. This one, too small. It's one I use for my bike, so I just assumed it would fit, but no, so I had to improvise. I've already cracked it off. So all I need now to do now, oh, nice bit of oil over there, lovely, is position that and hope that should come off. This shouldn't be tight, this should really only be really lovely. And it's all going down my arm, awesome, and going everywhere, brilliant. Happy days, happy bloody days. Oh, oh, lovely. Isn't that just divine? Yep, brilliant. And it's good over that as well. Happy days. So, join me in a few minutes after I've had a bath and a shower and clean myself up. Brilliant. Doesn't always come out like that, but there you go. Let's get that all cleaned up before the good lady sees it. Marvellous. Okay, whilst I'm letting that old filter drain and whatnot, new filter, what I always do is prime it, so I fill at least half fill or 3/4 fill the oil filter, put a bit of old oil, which I've got plenty of. It's very accessible around the sealing ring there, because what you don't want is for that to grip and make a mess and basically grip and then pull the seal out. So you want it to seat nicely, so that's what I'm going to do next. Join me as I attempt to not overfill this and spill oil everywhere. Yeah, brilliant. I know exactly what's going to happen there. That's going to go everywhere. Just nervous about this going all over the bloody workbench. A little bit more. That'll do nicely, thank you very much. So try not to lie in any oil. Replacing oil filter, putting the one in place. That I'll nip up a little bit, but really you don't want it to be overly tight. Usually you'll find that if you've got a good grip, unlike me, then that should really be it. So I'll just give this a bit of a clean up. Give this a little bit of a clean up before it's the oil, before she comes out and sees what you're doing and sees oil everywhere. Oh, brilliant. Give her a clean up time. Okay, so we're now all clean underneath. Not the best oil change I've ever done, that's for sure. I normally use anyway, moving on. So, as I said, this normally takes 3.9 litres for an oil change. 5 litre container, we should have 3.9 litres left over. Is that correct? Hopefully. Once I've filled up, so I'll just fill up. Hopefully nothing's coming out the bottom. Maybe they're out. One thing I forgot to say actually, when draining I always take this out just to give it so there's no air allows this, there's no vacuum, shall we say, as such, like preventing the oil from draining out. Not far off now. I will measure it on the dipstick. Okay, let's see how we get on at that. Dipstick. Is that this or is that me? You decide. That's actually looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back underneath, make sure everything is tightened up, and then we might run it before checking the level again. Okay, so oil change done. As you can hear, this is a voiceover because the microphone decided it didn't want to work again. Brilliant. So as I say, oil change done. Not the cleanest I've ever been involved in. As you could quite clearly see, I did give the garage a good clean up before my good lady came in and saw what a mess there was. Hey ho, that's the way it goes sometimes. So, or what you didn't see off camera, I also did the air filter and the cabin filter. I might will show the air filter. The cabin filter was, the microphone gave up on that one as well for some reason. I need to get that sorted. So still to do, I have the steering rack gaiter and the track rod ends, get everything tightened up underneath, and we should really be good to get the car down on all fours. Chances are I'll probably need to get it up again. Hopefully I've got the steering rack in the right place, etc. But the geometry will definitely need to be done. The steering alignment will need to be done. But hope you liked that and hope it did help in oil change terms. But as you can see, another little couple of things ticked off in getting this car ready for the road. Till the next time, guys. Cheers.